Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Official visit season is over. Now we're going to move into commitment season. Right now, the Vols in the class of 2026, they sit at 15th according to the On3 industry rankings. They've got 9 commits in that class. 5 of those commits are blue chip prospects. 4 of those guys are ranked inside the On 300. And look, I know it is a small minority of people that float around the internet and they think that somehow this class of 26 is a failure. They think that Josh Heupel can't recruit. Look, it is June. Take a breath. Let it play out. There's a lot of time, and there is a lot of big-time targets out there that Tennessee has a realistic shot of landing. And for a while, it felt like I mentioned this in every single video that I made. Every time I was talking recruiting, every time I was talking about Josh Heupel, every time I was talking about this roster, I was bringing up the blue chip ratio. You go back to that first class, the class of 2021. Josh Heupel's recruiting class finished 23rd. Only 31% of that class were blue chip prospects. That's not good enough. That's not acceptable. That's not where we want to be. But there were also circumstances. You go back to that class of 21, NCAA investigation looming. What was Josh Heupel going to do? This roster was depleted. He has slowly rebuilt this program. Look, any of us going back to when Josh Heupel was hired said this is a rebuilding process. This is going to take 5 to 6 years to get this thing moving in the right direction. The problem is Josh Heupel overachieved. So with overachievement comes raised expectations, but that blue chip ratio, 22, it was 43%. Class of 23, 46%. Class of 24, 57%. This last class, the class of 2025, was 62%. We are trending up. We are moving in the right direction. So again, let it play out. Let's see where this class is at a month from now, 2 months from now, because again, we're heading into commitment season. And as we do, you start to see things like this on Twitter. Steve Wiltfong and Chad Simmons have logged expert predictions for Tennessee to land a 4-star defensive recruit. But let me tell you something. Spoiler alert. It's not just one 4-star recruit. It's 2, and they just so happen to be teammates, and they are also going to be committing on the same day. Is that good for the Vols? We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. But as always, I need you guys to do that YouTube stuff. When we just smash the thumbs up right down there below the video. It's quick, free, easy. It helps the channel. I would appreciate it. If it's your first time here, welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We don't pretend to be that. What we are is exactly what you guys are. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications so you don't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. We got some big ones coming up tomorrow night, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Offensive guard Anthony Agamora is coming back on the channel. Can't wait to hang out, catch up with him, hear about his first spring camp, his first semester in college. Going to be great to catch up with Big Ant. And we've got another big fish on the line, Dominic Bailey, July the 9th. Mark your calendar, is going to be in the house. Man, he is a 6th-year senior. He's a guy that was recruited by Jeremy Pruitt. He played a season under Jeremy Pruitt. So when we talk about rock bottom, he was here for that, and he has been on that journey getting Tennessee back where they belong. Dom Bailey, July the 9th. That is going to be a fun show. So don't miss it. Mark your calendars for that. Now let's jump into it, and let's talk about a couple of these kids that are scheduled to come off the board. And we're going to start right here. 4-star linebacker T.J. White will commit on July the 1st from Mississippi State, Florida State, Tennessee, and Auburn. He called his recent official visit to Rocky Top the best visit he's been to. Vols trending here, according to Sam Spiegelman, as again, you can see it there on the screen. This is a quote from White. He said, "The process was fun, but it can be stressful. Things move around a lot as you go through it." He said, "A lot of different schools have been on my top list at different times. Things fluctuated and a lot at the top for me, but I got it down to 4, and it's been pretty hard to get it down to 1. These schools have recruited me hard, and they have not made it easy, but I just have to choose a school where I feel more at home." Now, TJ White is a dude. He is a blue chip prospect, an elite prospect, a top 100 guy. He's ranked 79th nationally. He is the 5th best linebacker in the country. Man, oh man, when I talk about TJ White, I get excited and I start thinking about what Coach Inge has done with this linebacker room. Arian Carter, Jeremiah Thielander, Edwin Spillman. He is stacking dudes. Jaden Perlotti. A lot of dudes coming through that linebacker room. TJ White, again, 4-star linebacker, 6'1", 225 pounds, out of Jackson, Mississippi. Scouting report, Andrew Ivins, 247 Sports, says he's a hybrid defender that can get after the quarterback. Says snap count is heavy on the edge looks, but has also displayed the ability to drop as an off-ball linebacker in camp settings. Suddenness and unexpected power has proven to be no match for opposing offensive tackles as he attacks the corner with plenty of vigor. Super effective on delayed stunts as he builds momentum while crossing inside, flushes pocket with his downhill charge, frequently makes stops in the backside pursuit, and has impressive hash-to-hash range. Goes on to say he might be on the smaller side, full-time defensive end, but owns encouraging length measurements and should undergo a physical transformation in the coming years as the body still appears to be maturing. Projects as a potential difference maker at the power forward level with his burst and energy, likely to find most success in a role that asks him to rush from outside as a linebacker or match up across the line as a blitzer on passing downs. Now, as a junior, last season had 102 tackles, 22 TFLs, and 11 sacks. He was here back in January, and he was here again in April for spring practice. Took his official visit to Tennessee back on June the 13th. Coming off of that visit, Austin Price over at VolQuest said the Vols made a big move and are trending coming off of that visit. Now, after he wrapped up the officials, he said, on the visits this summer, they were very big for me. I learned a lot about the school, and it helped prepare me for this decision. I learned more about the coaches, got a great feel for each environment, and I am ready. Says there are still a few days before I commit, but I have a good idea where I'm going. I will keep talking to these schools and making sure. When asked what he likes about the Vols, he said, everyone on the staff recruits me. I've gotten to know all the coaches, and Coach Heupel really puts time into me. Coach Inge and I have a great connection, too, and I like how he knows the game of football. Rocky Top is a great place to be. He goes on to say there's a great energy here. It's a great staff. They have a great football team. The staff is what caught my eye. They're just real. They always communicate. They're always themselves, and they're always high-spirited. Talking about the coaching staff there. Now, Michael Langston, Chad Simmons, Steve Wiltfong have all three logged expert predictions for the Vols to land TJ White. So I think, again, things look pretty good there for Tennessee as we head into that decision on July the 1st. But again, TJ White is not the only one making a decision here. Man, I'm putting notes into the calendar, getting ready, hitting up Coach Jay, hitting up Foul Mink, saying, all right, we got to go live to cover these commitments. And I'm like, man, we got 2 commitments on the same day. Well, that's because TJ White's teammate at Jackson Academy just so happens to be Darion Albert, and he is scheduled to make his decision also on July 1st. Same day, same time. Is that a good sign for the good guys? I would think so. I've talked about him just recently, so won't go too in-depth here. But again, we talk about TJ White, a blue-chip prospect, ranked inside the top 100. Darion Albert, 4-star defensive lineman. Again, blue-chip prospect. That blue-chip ratio is just going to keep continuing to climb. He's 6'2". The profile says 270, but I think he's now up to around 300 pounds, again, out of Jackson, Mississippi. Ranked 346 nationally, so just outside that on 300. He's down to North Carolina, Arkansas, Purdue, LSU, Tennessee, and Mississippi State. But you can see on the screen, this is between Tennessee and North Carolina. He was also here on the 13th for his official visit, same time as TJ White. Said, I liked everything about Tennessee, the coaches, the facilities, the people. It just felt like home. I liked the program. I really liked it all. He said the visit boosted them up high. They are probably number 1 right now. Now, coming off the visit, Matt Ray said Tennessee left the weekend on top, and then he was scheduled to go visit Mississippi State. He drops that visit, cancels that visit, and then here come the expert predictions. Chad Simmons predicts Albert to end up with the Vols. This is what he said. Darion Albert was in Knoxville last weekend on an official visit, and the Vols came out on top of his list. A big visit was still on the calendar, though, and it was to Mississippi State this weekend. Albert has confirmed that he canceled the visit to Starkville and that he is done with visits. So, July the 1st, 2 teammates, both blue chip prospects, are coming off the board. They've both been predicted to Tennessee by the experts. They are both committing at the same exact time. I'd say that's probably pretty good news for the good guys. So again, July the 1st, 2 p.m. Eastern time is when they are scheduled to go off the board. We are going to cover it live right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. We'll probably go live around 1 p.m. Eastern time. Coach Jay Foul Mink going to be in the house. Coach Jay is going to break down some film for us. We'll look at both guys. We'll look at TJ White. We'll look at Darion Albert. Coach Jay will go to work, show you guys what they're all about. We're talking about their recruitment, their decisions. We'll lead you all the way up to it. Again, expected at 2 p.m. Eastern time, so be here for that. Show up tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Show Big Ant some love. And then again, we're going to try to get somebody for that Wednesday, July the 2nd. We'll see if we can put together a guest for that. If not, July the 9th, Don Bailey will be in the house. Do me a favor, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. I would greatly appreciate it. You can go check out our Talkin Vols merchandise at bonfire.com/store/Talkin Vols. There's a link in the description to do that. If you like the videos here, the content, the live streams, you want to support us more, you can think about hitting that join button down below right beside subscribe for just $1 a month. You keep the lights on, you keep this channel moving forward, particularly in the offseason. We need that support. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.